What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin in this video on this lovely Monday, the 23rd of September. The price is sitting at $63,823. We are 2 hours and 45 minutes into the new day. Been moving sideways for the past few days. Are we going to do so today? It looks like we've already pulled back actually today already in these beginning hours to our 123, this green line here, how it's moving through. Right, we've pulled back to that and found support over the days, and today is no exception to that. Could this be a consolidation, a little winding of the spring before the spring gets sprung and we get sent higher? Could this be that consolidation at the top end of this range to the downside, right? Could we be consolidating at this upper resistance area, getting ready to break out of it, right? This long-term phase of consolidation. No, these lines aren't drawn the best, but you know what I'm going for. That's all that matters. I think it's very possible. But I would have expected that we would have continued upwards already, right? The fact that we've been up here moving sideways, not doing anything, no volumes coming in. We're in the stronger areas of our RSI, looking productive, and we just haven't done anything. It does leave a little bit of a cause for concern. I do want to throw out the idea that we could move back down to about 59 to 59.5K, somewhere around there. I wouldn't expect we go too much lower than that. I certainly wouldn't expect we go below 55K. I'd say 56K is probably the lowest that I would guess. Just below 56K would be the lowest, I guess. But I don't even know if we see that, right? It just depends. Right now, the way things are looking on the charts, it's telling me that things want to go, that we want to see some upside. But it's been like that for the past 3 or 4 days, and we haven't seen it. So it leaves the door open to wonder if we're not seeing it, maybe we're not ready, maybe we need to pull back, gather the troops, and then rally, something like that. I don't know. Let's look at the 4 hour and see if we can get into it or figure it out a little bit more. Yeah, look at this, right? We're having an attempt right now, right? We've got an hour and 12 minutes left. This is an attempt right now. You can just see, and it's probably even more obvious on a 1 hour time frame, right? Where you've moved up, volume was dying off as you're moving up. You're making your second attempt now to move up past this area, and still volume is dying off. So I am under the impression we're going to see the price correct soon, right? I do believe that we're going to continue moving higher. I absolutely don't believe the party stops here at all by any means. But for the time being, over probably the coming days, maybe even the next week or so, we might correct. I would expect at least like a few days of a correction, right? Something that would take us probably, again, between, let's just say 55K to 59.5K. Is that the range we were going to? 55.8K to 59.5K. And I really, really, really do like this 59.5K area, 59 to 59.5K area. I like that a lot. Just below 60K, enough to mess with people psychologically. Oh no, we broke 60K, which isn't really a level that's respected on the charts anyways. It's just a psychological round number in our heads. Oh no, it broke 60K, it's going to zero. And really it went just below 60K, right to a very key area of support, which you find in the middle of strong moves like this to continue moving upwards. So I don't know, that could happen. Also coinciding with that, if we were to move down that much, we're at 64K right now, moving down that much, that wouldn't even be 10% of a move. I mean, I wouldn't expect that takes us too far down in the RSI. Something like this, right? Something that's probably still productive. We could bounce off the 60. We could bounce off the 50. Certainly not expecting something that takes us below the 40 or anything that's like too bearish, but we could come all the way back down and form a higher low in trend with these lows here, but we don't have to. We absolutely don't have to, right? I thought we were going to do that with this one right here, but we didn't. We found support on the 50. But what I'm trying to say by this is that it can go down and it would be fine. It has plenty of room to go down and still be fine and ready to go for the next move up. I just don't think it's ready now. Again, my suspicions were first drawn from the fact that over the past 3 days, with the chart looking the way it does, with where we are in the grand scheme of things, with where we are relative to the 123 moving average, it would just seem to me that we were overdue to move up already, and we had all the right tools to do it. It just didn't happen. So that does make me wonder and consider that we could go down. We look at the shorter term time frames, and it just makes much more sense that we would go down, because here we are having our second attempt up from this relative area and with less volume. Almost always, whenever you see this happen, almost always, it means that you're going to reverse, right? But sometimes you do get this break, and then the volume comes in, and then that's when it goes. So we're not decided yet. I'm definitely, the way it's looking right now, I'm definitely leaning toward the idea that we reject this area again, because I think we would have already broken it if we were going to. But I could be wrong, and it wouldn't take a lot to prove me wrong, really. I mean, just probably see prices above there, above 64.14K, close an hour, multiple hours. Any 4-hour candle or multiple 4-hour candles would do something like that. And especially if we get more volume than what we've seen here, it doesn't even have to be more volume than what it was back here. But if we see volume like grow relative to this and we're moving up, okay, I'll admit defeat. I'll admit that I was wrong, and then I'll drown my sorrows with some bullish price action, man. Because I'm not selling. Right, you guys have learned by now. Anybody who's new to the markets, anybody who's this is their first time trading or investing or doing anything like that, you know that whenever I'm talking about the downside, if you've been watching the channel at least for like the past like year or so, or even probably the past like few months, you've probably gathered that when I talk about the downside, I don't mean sell. I mean hold. If it goes down and you're fortunate enough to have capital on the side, buy some more. If you're wrong, well, cool, you held anyways. It's going to go up. So this is the time in the markets where it doesn't really matter if you're right or wrong, right? It's nice when you're right, of course. It helps with your ego, but it doesn't really, maybe it doesn't help with your ego, but it feeds the ego a little bit. But that's not the main point, man. I'm not trying to make this call to be like right or wrong. I don't care about that. You guys know I don't really why I'm making this call at all. It's the same reason that I make any calls. It's to keep us informed, keep us headstrong, keep us in the right frame of mind as to what to expect. We're expecting some upside, right? It's supposed to be coming. The charts are there, the price action, it all looks perfect, but it's just not happening. So don't get discouraged when we see a very normal corrective move down. We find a higher low, very nice higher low, and then we move up later, right? It's just not right now. We'll try again later. And again, if I'm wrong, then great, absolutely phenomenal. I'd be happy I was wrong because that means, well, cool, then it is right now. If I was really wrong, then I guess I wouldn't be happy about that because that means that it's death to all crypto goers. But I don't think that's going to happen either. At any rate, guys, I would expect some downside. I'm just talking, having fun with my words right now for no reason. So instead of continuing to ramble, I'll just end it with this. Over the coming days, probably over the next week or so. If not, I would expect at least the next like 3 days, like this opening half of the week, if not the whole week, going into next week even, we could see some downside. But last time we saw a little correction in this move up, it was a 3-day period, right? Just 3 days, that's it. It could be something just like that. It might be 4 days, 5 days. It could be 2 days. It could be 8 days. Who knows how long it is? But I would expect we see a little bit of a chill compared to what we've been doing here. Nothing big, nothing major, nothing crazy like this or larger, right? But just something comparable to like what we've seen already, right? So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I don't think there's anything that really we need to point out other than that. I mean, the 4-hour RSI looks phenomenal. I will say it really does look good. It just makes you wonder, right? Like if it's so strong, why aren't we doing anything? Where's the volume? You know what I mean? Like why are we double topping here? It was looking really strong over here too, and then we flopped down. So I wonder what's the long term. I do this sometimes. I'll come to an idea of what I want to look at after I say the video's over. It's above the 50. Still though, with this kind of thing, you could move all the way back down to the line and then find support on your 50, find that bounce. That's a very common thing too. And hey, if the 4-hour keeps moving up and we move down over the coming day or 3 days, that's like right at 59.5K, like right there. And we found support right on our 123 moving average on the 4-hour. We found resistance here. We've shown a little bit of respect in this zone, so that could happen. I don't know, man. My money's on 59 to 59.5K. I think that's where we're going. If we go lower, it's okay. I really don't expect we'd go too much lower than $56,000, but at any rate, that's all I got to say, guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content. You guys know that ultimately, regardless of what's happening in the day-to-day, the week-to-week, on the month-to-month, we're looking for prices that are anywhere from at least $82,500 to $95,000. But truthfully, we're looking at this $106,000 to $124,000 zone, and with time above that, right? This cycle, not too much time, but a little bit of time. And I got nothing else to add on that. I always like to finish it on a bullish note, I guess. But 63,891 right now, looking like it probably does come down. That's my thoughts. Yep. I was listening to one of my videos. The video is pointless to listen to now. If you're listening to it, you're just listening to it for fun at this point. And if you are listening to it for fun, hit that like button, man. Come on, it's so fun to hit that like button. It's like the best thing ever. No, I was listening to one of my videos earlier today, just like creating myself, I guess. And I felt like I was a salesperson, like, and I don't mean that in a good way. I just felt like the video that I was watching, it was my Bitcoin Cash video from last night, and all I heard, it was like every other sentence was, "We're going up. The price is going to move up. We're going to do this, and then we're going to move up." It's like you could play a drinking game with every time that I said, "Price is going to go higher. Price is going to move up." And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that's the main essence of every video that I make. Price is going to go up. Price is going to go down. You know what I mean? But with a little persona sprinkled in there. Yada yada yada, guys. I'm done. I'm done talking. Just having a little extra fun with this one. I'll see you on the next one. Hit that like button, seriously. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Do not be discouraged or despaired if we do see some price moving down over the coming days. If anything, just get your funds ready. This is kind of like a last call. Treat it for what it is. It's a last call, man, right? It's nice. Even if you buy here and the price goes down, you're not a dummy, right? You might emotionally, sure, you might be making the wrong decision by buying here, probably. But in time, it's not, you're going to feel smart. You know what I mean? Like this, really relative to this whole range, you're still in the like lower half of this whole range. So it's not, it might be bad relative to like the coming days or the coming week even, but over the coming months, these prices are great. So that's back to the main point that I'm trying to end it with, is that this is kind of a last call. And I think this dip, this whatever we're about to get, which might pull us back down to 60,000, 59,000, lower than that, whatever, wherever it ends up pulling us back down to, it'll just be an opportunity. So capitalize on that opportunity if you can. It won't be here for long, and we've got places to be. We've got places to be. So with that, I leave you. Take care. Bye-bye. And my cat is being very annoying right now. Not this one. Not the one under the table. Not that one there. The one that's messing with the curtains and meowing. All right, bye-bye.